What's going on, y'all? This is Randall Branch. Welcome back to the channel. We have an audio this morning. We're gonna talk about why and how some guys can stay lean but you can't. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. If you guys are not new to the channel, you guys know how I talk about the importance of being lean. Being lean is of utmost importance for a man, right? I believe that being lean is the number one most tangible thing a man should be doing. I believe being lean is more important than money. Honestly, I believe being lean is extremely important. And some guys, very few guys can get lean, but even fewer guys can get and stay lean. And I want to explain to you guys in this audio why some guys can get lean and some guys can't, right? Some guys can stay lean, some guys can get and stay lean, but a lot of guys can't. And that's just gonna be because of lifestyle factors, right? Now, the mindset, and I talk about mindset too, the mindset does play a role. When mentally you prioritize being the healthiest, most attractive version of yourself, that's kind of like the mindset, and having a mindset like that will allow for you to stay lean. So we're not going to skip over the mindset. You know, a lot of guys who don't have that mindset are going to find that it's harder for them to stay lean. But since I've adopted the mindset, and I'm going to talk about this in a future audio or video, probably a video, I damn near, when it comes to the gym, I damn near have the mindset of like a fitness, like a male model. How male models use the gym as damn near like a looks match. Like, they're not really bodybuilders or whatever, but they use the gym to help them be the most attractive version of themselves. They use their diet to help them be the most attractive version of themselves. If you guys need to, bro, look up like male model like diets, male model workout routines. You see that they use fitness as like a looks max. They use fitness to amplify their life, which for me is what we all should be doing. So that's the mindset I kind of like to have, right? You need to have the mindset of wanting to be the healthiest and most attractive version of yourself year round. That's number one. But then also, and we can't just look over that like it's nothing, because that's extremely important. But after you do that, you have to have certain lifestyle things in check. So the reason why most guys can't get and stay lean, it's because they don't have their lifestyle in check, guys. They don't have their lifestyle in check. I'm really big on structure. I coach people, obviously, and I give personalized and training and personalized nutrition programs for people. So if you're interested in that, check the first link in the description, right? Also, any consultation or strategy calls. But I make sure that I give people structure that they can stick to. This is what helped me stay lean. A lot of guys, and this is why I like making content like this, because a lot of guys or even women might see my physique now and think, oh, well, maybe this guy, okay, and he used to play basketball, he was probably born skinny, or like he was probably, you know, some guys kind of like naturally stay skinnier, naturally stay on the leaner side. Like, no, guys, it takes structure for me to maintain a lean physique. You know, when I first started lifting, I was skinny fat, and then I got into my lifting journey, and 3 years in, I ballooned up to 250 pounds, and I had to lose 70 pounds. So I'm not somebody who stays lean. I've always been fatter, you know, and then even when I was skinny fat, I was fat, you know, I just had skinny arms, and then I ended up perma-bulking to get to 30+% body fat. So the way I was able to get lean and stay lean is structure. The reason why a lot of you guys struggle to get and stay lean is because you don't have any structure. You don't have any structure with nutrition. You don't have any structure with training. You train when you feel like it. You know, you don't know what you're doing in the gym. You just do random TikTok workouts or random workouts that you saved on social media, and you do those, right? And then for your nutrition, you don't have any type of structured nutrition program. You don't have any type of structured nutrition program. You think that you just need to get protein. You'll be like, oh, I need to eat protein. So you eat protein, but you don't track your calories. You know, on days where you feel like you deserve to eat more food, you eat more food. Probably go out multiple times a week eating bullshit. This is the common thing that a lot of guys do, and then they wonder why they can't get and stay lean. For 95% of us, you're not gonna get and stay lean by accident. Again, there is a few percentage of people, of guys specifically, who are able to, they were just naturally born lean and they don't have big appetites and stuff like that. I'm not one of those guys, bro. I can eat, right? I know I can eat. So I know in order for me to get to and stay lean, I need structure. So when you don't have structure, for a lot of us, we will fail, right? Now, what is structure? Structure is, especially when it comes to the training and nutrition, it's just a set protocol. So you don't have to second guess certain things, right? So your structure might look something like this. Your structure might be, you work out 3 days a week or 4 days a week. You train upper body 3 times a week and legs once, right? You know what workouts you're doing. You know how long you're going to be in the gym. And then you know the intensity that you want to push at. And then outside the gym, you know how many steps you need to be getting in during the day. And then when it comes to your nutrition, you know the foods. You have a couple protein sources, a couple carb sources, a couple fat sources. You know what your water intake is. You know your meal timings. You know what protein sources you're going to pair with what carb sources. And then you know your macros. You know how many calories that your body needs for you to get lean. And then after you get lean, you know how many calories your body needs to maintain that leanness. You know, when I break things down, it sounds super simple. So you guys are probably like, oh, is that simple? Well, yeah, it really is that simple. You know, a lot of people might struggle to figure out what foods they like to implement, because the foods that you eat, you're going to have to pretty much eat for the rest of your life, right? They might struggle to find the perfect training routine, which there isn't one, but the routine that's right for them. But after you get that structure, it just becomes about execution, right? Now, there's a difference between a structure problem and an execution problem. You know, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I've had clients who have an execution problem where I give them structure and they won't execute. I can't execute the plan for you. But if you do struggle with structure, then again, check the first link in the description. But that's all it takes to get lean, guys. All it takes to get lean and stay lean is structure and execution. Just those 2 things, right? And you can throw in discipline / motivation if you want to execute. But execution is part of the discipline motivation. So it's really just structure and execution. I don't want you guys to overcomplicate it. It's really not, it's not difficult, but you know, you do have to follow it on a day-to-day basis. And that's where most people fail. But it's like, you can't execute a botched plan. So they have to go hand in hand. Some of you guys might be good on the execution side, but your structure is so fucked up that you're making it harder for you to execute. Perfect example is these fat dudes who want to do keto and then they want to train twice a day and stuff like that. Well, your structure's messed up, so your execution won't be there. And then the flip side, some of you guys might have perfect structure, but your execution isn't there because you might not really want to get lean and stay lean as bad as you want to. So you pair structure and you pair execution together and you'll be able to get lean and stay lean. And again, the reason why this is so important is because I often talk about the importance of physical attraction. I talk about the importance of being healthy, of being aesthetic, of being attractive. Being lean is so important, guys. Like, as much as I push how important being lean is, it's even more important than I think it is, bro. When we're talking about physique, when we're talking about facial structure, especially as men, we're talking about pulling out the masculine features in our face, like our jawline. You have to get lean. And when I say lean, I'm talking about 13% and below, man. You know, 15% is not fat. I want every man, regardless of age, to be able to maintain between 8 to 13%. For me, is the perfect range. If you're a little bit older, right, you're 40 and older, 10 to 13% is a sweet spot. And then if you're younger, depending on muscle mass and depending on how much fat you want to have, an 8 to 12% sweet spot. So this is what I'm going to help you guys with. Again, check the first link in the description if you guys need some help. But the way that you're going to get lean and stay lean is structure and execution. Hope you guys enjoy this audio. I'm going to run into Winco and get some groceries. I'm going to have probably another grocery haul coming out at the end of this month to show you guys foods that I'm eating to get to and maintain about 10%. I'm between 10 to 12%. Honestly, I don't know what body fat percentage I am right now, but I do want to get a little bit leaner. So I'm going to show you guys a grocery haul for that. That's going to be later this month. So subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share. And again, check the first link in the description. You guys need some help. I'll see you guys later, man. And also, I got a video coming out later today too. So see y'all later, man. Random Branch Media, we checking out y'all. Peace.